There's a term called Termagant. I think that's how you pronounce it. Termagant. It's like this vile, brash, brawling woman. And I read this post that was really, it was amusing in one way, but it was sad in another way. So this guy wrote a post lamenting about his situation. His committed partner, probably his girlfriend or wife, whatever, they had children, at least one child, maybe two children, maybe three, maybe more. I don't really know, but they had children, right? So he had a family. Well, his committed partner, his wife or girlfriend, would always berate, admonish, scold, yell at him, no matter what. She would constantly complain, according to him. If he was cooking food for the family, she would sort of like take over the cooking and complain that he wasn't doing things right. If he was cleaning or washing the dishes or doing some other housekeeping work, then she would also complain and instigate that he wasn't doing things right, and all the sorts of negative stuff that you'd expect, right? Whatever he was doing, it wasn't good enough. She would always remind him about the negative stuff, but she would hardly ever compliment him on how, all the efforts he went into, or excuse me, all the hard work he was doing to make his family have a good time. And so this guy was lamenting, complaining about how his partner would never appreciate his work, how he didn't feel included in the family, and all that kind of stuff. The whole 9 yards. Now, there's plenty of persuasion lessons here as well, especially perhaps the most important one is if you tell somebody just negative stuff, everything you say is negative. The only time you interact with someone is if you want to tell them something negative. Then they're long-term going to believe that. This is brainwashing 101. You will eventually believe a lie if it's told for long enough. You can pretend like you're not, but you will start to believe it after a while. And so the point is here, of course, that this guy never gets to hear anything positive. So he's only going to associate his partner with the negative stuff, which, of course, is a recipe for disaster. Now, here is what I think this guy should be doing, or especially, here's what he should have been doing before he had a child with this woman. It was to test her and see how she behaved and see if she accepted his way of being. Because he's in charge of his own life, he should grow a pair of balls, and he should tell his woman no. As in, no, I'm not accepting your criticism. No, you should stop criticizing me. No, you should stop talking to me in that way. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want your negativity. That's what he should have been doing. And he should have been doing that a long time ago before they started having kids. Simple because so that she knew that she couldn't boss him around. Now, that doesn't mean that he should take advantage of her, nor does it mean that he should be mean to her in any single way, but it did mean that he should lay down the boundaries. Lay down the boundaries, show her what was acceptable and what was not acceptable, and then take it from there. That's persuasion done the proper way, with consequences. Now, as far as always telling somebody the negative stuff, always telling somebody, or always when you're interacting with somebody, you're sort of like reminding them how useless they are. Do you think that they want to be around you? No, of course they don't. They want to withdraw from you. They don't want your company. Because you don't make for any good company. You make for poor company. So how about you Actually focus on the positive stuff instead. Think about that. When you're interacting with people, you want to leave them feeling good. Leave on a positive note. That's the lesson of persuasion for this video and our podcast, wherever you're watching or listening to this. And if you want to learn more about persuasion, then get subscribed to my email list. The link to do so is in the episode description, wherever you're watching it or listening to this. And I'll see you there.